Just really happy with our response and how we came out after a tough loss on the road. I thought our defense, especially in that first quarter, was good. First couple possessions, I thought we set the tone, and Jazz got that charge to start. Made a lot of improvements on things that we've been working on since the last game. We just got to still work on our consistency, and there's times in that second half where they exploited us and really drove us, which is what they do. I mean, they push the pace. They want to score a lot of points. They were the highest scoring team in the nation last year at almost 90. So to hold them to 64 was good, but I think we could have held them to even to 50s personally. But we're continuing to grow. We're continuing to get better. And again, I'm just really, really happy with how they responded, how they locked in the last couple days in practice and film session. This team is just so eager to get better, and they're so together, and I think that's the really cool thing about them. We're going to go through some growing pains at time, and there's learning curves. I mean, a lot of these people haven't been in these moments. So, obviously Barry's done a great job of just with being steady, and we talk about everyday women. I mean, she's been that for us, and Destiny's done a great job of running the point as a freshman, and again, only 3 turnovers tonight, 5 assists. That's really good. So I'm proud of these two. I'm proud of our entire team. I thought everyone that came in the game was ready to go tonight. Big thing that I'm happy about is our bench. 23 points off the bench to 12. We did not have that at Oregon State, and that is an absolute game changer for us. We had the depth, and really proud of how they were ready to go when their name was called.
Players first, yeah?
Yes, please.
Destiny, I'll get the stupid question out of the way. Did you know you guys were at 64? Was there a 3 drawn up there?
I did not. Well, hold on. I'm gonna walk y'all through it. So I didn't know the 3 was going to be for 6-7, but we had been talking about it for like a long time. But like the time it was gonna take to pass it to Barry, I seen like 3 seconds on the clock, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna just shoot it. And then it happened to be 6-7, and I still didn't know until I came to the bench, but I wish I did. I would have celebrated because I've been saying it all day. So, yeah.
I think Coach did it on purpose.
I wish I could say I thought it through that much by calling a 3. I called flip for Barry, not even knowing that. I should take credit for that, but I did not think that.
Destiny, for you just to have a game like you did offensively today, how did that feel for you to have that kind of breakout performance? And do you feel like it's kind of been building to this point for yourself?
I mean, it felt great because leading up to this moment, I was just doing, like, whatever it needed to be for the team. And, like, I always kept the mindset that, like, offense was going to come. And I had a talk with Coach Green, like, if you've seen openings, if you see something I probably don't see, just take it and just be a basketball player. So it just felt great to execute that tonight. What's it today? Morning. Yeah.
Destiny, it seems like the defense continues to be a way in which you're impacting the game at a high level. It's only 1 steal in the box score, but you contributed, by my count, to 4 turnovers in the first 11 minutes of the game. How are you approaching the game to bring an impact, even when you're not directly facilitating the offense?
I just know I set the tone with my defense, and, like, anything I could do to help my team out, I'm going to do that, whether that means, like, me being in passing lanes, me getting deflections, me, like, starting on the ball. Like, I'm going to just do whatever. And then I just come with the mindset that no one's scoring on me if they're in front of me or I'm on help side, and, yeah, pretty much.
Barry, just the success that you guys as a team in the paint tonight, did you feel like that was something that you could take advantage of as a team, and how did that kind of come together like it did tonight for this win?
Yeah, I think that was definitely something we knew we could take advantage of coming into this game, just knowing our matchups. And I think Coach always does a good job of just looking at who has advantages on the other team and just taking advantage of those. So I think that was a good way to just help us get going today.
Destiny, you played with Aaliyah, you two on the court together more today than we had seen before. What was that like, and what do you think that you two can bring together?
Oh, that was great to play with Aaliyah because we always talk about, like, when we on the court, like, a lot of good things can happen. So just, wait, pardon me, what did you say again? Like, the rest of the end of the question?
I was saying, what do you think that you guys can bring together on the court?
Oh, we could just bring a lot of things, like defensively, like we're shorter guards, so we can get into people, like just pushing the pace up because we both play at a fast pace and we both can knock down shots. So I definitely say pushing the pace and like just bringing a different level of intensity on defense.
for Destiny or Barry. As funny as a lot of the jokes can be on the big screen, what does it mean to you guys that there's probably a lot of girls down there that are going to look up to you guys and try to model their game off of you guys?
Yeah, it definitely means a lot. I think it's super special just to have this game and have so many girls just showing up every game, every home game we have. I think it's really cool, the opportunity we have that we can just be a great example to them. I think we always talk about everyday women, so just showing up every day and bringing our best, knowing that you never know who's out there watching. So I think it's really encouraging to us as well to have such a big crowd and so many girls that play basketball and just look up to us. So I think it just helps us keep going and just stay encouraged every day.
Barry, I know that in the past, Coach Green has kind of emphasized putting you guys in situations where you might be uncomfortable and finding areas to thrive. Is there a position or a point in a game where maybe previously you guys have been in uncomfortable situations where nowadays you feel that you're a little bit more adapt to those scenarios?
Yeah, I feel like over time, just as a team, we've been able to be more connected. I think something we were really honing in on this week in practice was our defense. So I think we have just had to show up for each other more on defense, whether that's being in help or being in our gaps. So I think that was something that was a little uncomfortable for us at the beginning of the season. And every day we're just working to grow in that area.
Barry, there's a sequence in the first quarter where you grabbed a long rebound and you immediately took it in transition, and it looked like the defender was trying to gird up because they were fearful of your drive and they stepped under the screen and you pulled a three. How are you processing that moment, if you can remember that play, and what does it do for your team when you have the ability to attack from multiple facets of the court?
Yeah, I think it's really hard to guard when all of us can do so many different things and we're so versatile. I think the biggest thing is just taking whatever the defense gives you. So just knowing, reading your defender every time. Yeah, I think just coming down and seeing that I even heard them calling go under. So just hearing that and being able to read it in the moment is really big for us. And I think it's going to be hard for people to guard us in the future.
Question for both of you. What specific progress do you think you guys felt you made as a team today?
I would definitely say our defense. We've just been working on showing up for each other and playing, all five of us playing together and just playing as a unit. So I think that was our biggest growth moment, especially coming off the loss. I think we were really just intentional about playing really hard and playing really together. So I think that was really good for us tonight.
Destiny, what's this been like for you as a freshman? You come in and then you get so much responsibility on you and so much on your plate. And how do you think you've navigated that?
I mean, it's been great because I love the challenge that Coach Green gives me, to always be my best every single day. I feel like I've been navigating it good. I'm always, open to learning. I'm always watching film. I'm always asking questions, literally always asking questions. Anything I can, get better in, I'm really open to it. So I feel like I've been navigating it good, and I love that Coach Green been putting trust in me to be out there as a freshman point guard.
Maybe a similar question. What has maybe surprised you about the college game 4 games in? And as her teammate, Barry, what has surprised you about Destiny?
I would say what surprised me most about Destiny is just her mindset, kind of like she was talking about before, but just the way that she comes in every day, and the coaches are tough on you. I feel like point guards, they have to take on a lot and they carry a lot of the weight, but I feel like she's done a really good job just staying positive and just always looking to grow and she takes feedback really well.
I'd probably say what surprised me is how detailed the college game is. The smallest detail can make the biggest difference. Being on helpline earlier, being in the gap earlier, it can make so much of a difference.
To that point, Destiny, Shauna has said she's not the easiest person to play for, especially for us freshman point guard. How have you adapted to the idea of coach? I don't know I don't know how to do this yet, or I don't know how to do this at an elite level yet. It seemed like you said before, I'm just trying to do it as hard as I possibly can and with a lot of energy. Is that kind of the game plan so far?
Oh yes, if I'm making a mistake, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it going hard. And if I do make a mistake, I'm gonna ask a question and I'm gonna do it again. And if I make a mistake, I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna do it again. Just doing it till I get perfection. And if I mess up, I mess up. But I'm gonna do it going hard. So yeah.
Thank you.
Shauna, Destiny has a moment, I think, in the second quarter where she hits an acrobatic reverse layup. You know, I know you talked about just how sometimes you just watch her play and there's just those amazing moments that she has. Just what have you kind of seen from her and what she can do from that standpoint as well?
Yeah, it's cool that she ended up coming out and scoring 18 because I think I even said it yesterday and maybe in media. But we had a meeting, yesterday and talked about, just opportunities where she can look to score more and how I've been I just love her approach so far that a lot of people, especially freshmen and a point guard who's used to scoring, she's going to come and take a lot of shots and force things, and she has not done that at all. So you talk about someone that, like she said, she has a smile on her face at times. I'm hard on her. I'll get on her. She takes it. She comes in. We'll watch film. She's constantly watching film with Coach Mack. We had a good talk and looked at film to see, okay, you can do this or that. And I just told her, take it, be a basketball player. Like, I trust you, go. And I thought she did that tonight. And even in that, I don't think she forced a ton. There was maybe a couple the one she dribbled off her leg. Otherwise, she just has a really good feel for when to take shots. And the sky's the limit for her. She's not even, she hasn't even reached where she's going to be. And it's exciting. And yeah, sometimes she does some things and you're like, you can't coach that. You can't teach that. It's just who she is.
Aaliyah, she had a pretty good calming presence for you guys today. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that pairing between her and Destiny.
Yeah, I think she brings us something different. And actually, KB made a point of saying that on the interview after. And KB obviously is someone that knows our system. And I think Aaliyah's kind of like maybe a Jen, where Jen was a very calming presence for us. And Aaliyah's that as well, where Destiny's going to get up in you. I think Aaliyah just has that to her game. And I thought her minutes were great tonight. 4 for 5 from the field, only 1 turnover. 12 points, it's the most minutes she's had, and she's still, we still had her on a pitch count yesterday. So it's not even like she's full go right now. So hopefully she can remain healthy, get healthy, because I think we saw tonight what she can really add to us in a lot of different ways. And one of them being that at the point guard position to have a calming factor is really, really important. And I think her and Destiny really feed off of each other and it's a good combination.
Hi, Coach. You said going into this game that you wanted other players to sort of share in carrying that offensive load with Barry. Mm-hmm. And so she had another amazing game, but then other players, you had 4 players in double digits. So what did you say to the team, and how did you get them to put sharing that wealth into action?
We've been talking a lot the last couple days, and really, the last couple months, but after the Oregon State, we talk all the time about we got to play 5 people as one, especially defensively. We left too many people on islands, and it was just one-on-one, and everyone's out worried about their guy. And that's sometimes a younger team. They're so locked into what they have to do that they're not playing together. And we've been talking about that a lot on defense. Well, it was the same thing after watching the last game and breaking that down. We were almost playing on islands offensively, too. Now, Oregon State's a really good defensive team and similar to us in principles. But so the last couple of days, all we've been talking about is playing connected, playing more cohesive, making a play for your teammate, on both ends of the floor. And I thought we were great today of getting paint touches to spray outs or to dump downs and really hitting and making that extra pass to get a really good shot instead of an okay shot. We still took some questionable early shots, but overall, again, super happy with the improvement. It's not perfect. It's we have a long ways to go, but much improved on the things we've been emphasizing.
Coach, Destiny, even just listening to her talk in this press conference, she doesn't sound like a freshman. She has maturity and certainly confidence, but from the questions that you said she's constantly asking, it seems like she also knows she doesn't have all the answers. Is it unique to have both the confidence to go out and do that, but yet also be willing to know what you don't know, if that makes sense?
Yeah, no, and I think that's what makes her special because she gets out there and I always, I'm trying to get her. Well, now I think she's getting there. I keep, we need that toughness to you. I'm like, you're from Chicago, like you got to bring, and get her fired up, and she's done that. Now she's guarding the ball at a high level. So got her there. But she's just hilarious. Like, I'll say something and she doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. And then, but she will. She asked like 10 questions after that. Like I was in our first game, there's a picture of me drawing up on the board a play. And I'm like laughing, which doesn't normally happen in a timeout, but I'm like smiling in it. And Destiny's like leaning in, looking at it, and everyone else is smiling. So like we were laughing about something. Destiny doesn't know what the hell I have on the board. So she comes up after the timeout and she's like, Coach, is this what you meant? What do you want me? And like asked 3 questions to follow up from that. So right there shows a maturity level that she didn't understand what I was saying or drawing, but she knew she didn't want to go and screw it up out there. So she came over. And again, she didn't think she knew it all. She came and asked me. I went, yes, this is this. She ran it right. Then the next morning, I get a text from her, and she has the picture sent to me and zoomed in of her looking at this. And she said, Coach, I swear by my senior year, I'm going to know what you're writing on the board. I went, well, it sure as hell better be before your senior year that I know what you're that you know what I'm writing on the board. But like that's like her. Like she's just she's. Her personality, her energy, the life she has to her. And like, I can yell at her and then you can't even get mad at her because she just starts smiling, makes you smile. So she's just a great energy about her. And I love that she's humble enough, but still confident.
Coach, a little bit of a deeper cut, but Irene came in and played some key minutes for you a couple of different times. And it's not a given that a player who is near the end of the rotation to come in and be that ready, particularly thinking about her communication on the defensive end. What does it do for your program when you have people who are locked in, even when they might not know when the reliable opportunities are coming?
I think that's a great question, and I just said that in the locker room to him, and I called Irene out specifically. You know, I said, you only played 5 minutes, but this is where the great teams, why they're great, is that they have people that are ready to go and come in, and I don't need you to go crazy. I just need you to be solid and defend and rebound, and then she scored that bucket. So she's been so locked in practice. Her mindset has been totally different this year. Even in Oregon State, she didn't play. She was up on the bench yelling out all the plays. Like she's so engaged, she's so bought in. Every day in practice, she's working. She's getting better. She's 10 times better than last year. So she's improved a lot. So I trust that she's going to be ready to go because I see the consistency in how she approaches her day to day. So I'm really proud of that. And you need people that you can put in maybe for 5, 2, 3, 4 minutes to spot minutes for other people. So I think you're exactly right. And we need to get some of our other guys to do that too, but could not be more happy with Irene and her readiness.
Now, Coach, with you guys coming off a tough road trip with your last game, tough one coming up with Florida State, how important was this game? And I know it's early season. You don't want to say they have to go win every game early season, but with those 2 games on either end, how important was this game to go out and get a result and show a strong performance at home?
Yeah, anytime obviously you're at home is important, that we got to protect our home court. But anytime you're coming off a tough loss, I thought we had so many opportunities to win that game. But like I told the team, failure is only failure if you allow it to be and you allow it to beat you twice. So I think that game, taught us a lot and we're better from it, even though I hate saying that because I hate to lose, but we did learn a lot. And sometimes you need to learn for them to listen and lock into everything. But and Murray State's good. Like they're good. They went to the NCAA tournament last year. They're picked to win the Valley this year. I guess I didn't even realize when I scheduled some of these teams how good they were. Your Illinois State, your Murray States, your Western Kentucky. These are programs that are used to winning. So to beat a good team, and I respect them a lot, feels a lot better. It's no fun to go and play a team that you blow out. Like we need to be tested. We need to play good teams. We need different styles. So long story short, yeah, this was a big win. It almost is a must win. You never want to say that, but because now we got to go back on the road to play a tough, Florida State team with a young team. I don't know who made this schedule. We're on the road 2 times in the first 2 weeks, but it'll be a good test, and we'll see what happens.
Sierra Parchment today had her first career double-double, led the team in steals, and had the second highest box plus minus for you guys. Just curious what her impact is, especially on the defensive end, and how important she is for the team, what that means and what that does for you guys.
Yeah, she's another freshman that is starting and playing a ton of minutes. And so she's another one that's learning possession by possession, getting more comfortable, confident. She's a young freshman. I think she just turned 18. Like they're still so young. So I'm super happy with where she's at and what she's doing and the consistency. She didn't hit a 3 tonight, but she got really good looks. She's getting better and more confident defensively. When we had to play a 6'8" kid last game, now you go and play more of an athlete and a 6'2" kid. So she's getting a lot of different looks and a lot of different experiences. She had 11 rebounds, which I love. That's the controllables that you can control. And like you said, 2 steals. So I think every game, every day, she continues to improve. And I think she's another one. The sky's the limit. She could be as good as she wants to be with her skill set. We made a point. We wanted to go inside early and to her, and she scored that one early on. She can score at all 3 levels. So she's going to continue to grow, to get more confident, and she's going to cause a lot of problems down the line because she's just so versatile.
Coach, just to follow that up, with Sierra's versatility, what sort of different dynamic does that bring for you guys offensively, and I guess a level of comfort for the other 4 that are out there with her to be able to open up different opportunities on the offensive side and to find whether it's shots from the perimeter or something from underneath?
Yeah, it's nice because we can do so many different things. When you have a 5 that can pick and pop, it puts the defense in a lot of problems. So and when you have a 5 that can dribble and come off a ball screen, we've never had that here. So it's going to continue to evolve, and we will continue to get better. She'll continue to get better. It also gives us a lot of flexibility on the defensive side. We've never switched all ball screens before, and we've been able to do that against some non-conference teams that aren't 6'8" and going to pound it in. So we've been able to have more flexibility on the offensive end, but also on the defensive end. We still got to get better in some of those coverages, but like I stayed in that today, and it was something we hadn't really done or practiced a ton. But what better opportunity to get some work on it against a good team that really is getting downhill on us or shooting threes. So just flexibility on both ends.
Gretchen Dolan only 3 for 11 today, and obviously been a couple games where she hasn't been able to get those shots up. I guess what's the message to her as she goes through a couple games that really...
Keep shooting. Yeah, there's no message. I mean, Gretchen Dolan is an unbelievable player. She's getting good shots. Keep shooting. I told her that in Oregon State. Keep shooting. I told her today, keep shooting. I'm never going to tell that kid to not, because I believe every time she shoots it, it's going in. And she's still, she's still getting, she'll get that. She'll get these to go in. So there's no worry, no concern. She needs to keep letting it fly.
Coach, you spoke about the defense. Murray State got to the line 21 times today. Just want to get your thoughts just on messaging just to the team.
Yeah, not good enough. We don't do that. That's something that, it's like that first game, when it was like 30-something. I thought that was all. And I know these guys get downhill. We got to be better. And it's something that, again, it's a core value. It's something we really pride ourselves on, is defending without fouling. We've done that in the last couple games. But 21 free throws is way too many. And we're lucky because this is a team that I think they were last year, or they may even be. They're one of the highest free throw shooting percentages in the country. So I don't know how they missed 9. That's unheard of. Like, we told our kids in prep, don't foul them because it's automatic too. So maybe we jinxed them, but we got lucky on that. They don't miss free throws, and we gotta have discipline and defend without fouling.
For the layman, can you kind of put in perspective what you're asking Maddie to do? Because it just seems so drastically different than what she was asked to do at Nova, playing 35 minutes and shooting 25 times. She has to pick her spots offensively, and what you're asking her defensively to do is not what she was doing before.
That's a really great point. And it is a transition that, again, I thought today was her best defensive game. She was solid. She was there. I don't really know. I think they ran around a lot defensively. But the discipline and the core values and our principles, it takes a while to get used to. And we've seen this. You see it with older transfers. We saw it when we had a grad transfer. Like, to understand, sometimes when they're a young transfer in a system only a year, or even freshmen, they don't know. So, but we met yesterday. We met for an hour, watched film, talked, and I thought she was good today, and she gave us a lot. She's going to continue. She hit some big shots. She's going to continue to find her way offensively. It's a totally different system than what they did. Obviously, she probably had to shoot a lot more. We have way more balance. No one's going to be shooting 20-some shots here. It's just that's not our system. So, but I'm really proud of her. I thought she was really responded from Oregon State. She was solid defensively, made some big shots. 7 points off the bench, only 1 turnover. And again, my main thing with her I need her to defend. The offense will come. I know she can score. We need her experience. We need her leadership. It's why she's here. It's why we brought her here. And I thought she did a really good job tonight. But again, it's totally different. You were spot on with that.
Just one question about field trip day. There was a moment where Letty checked in and she was announced as a 6'7" center. How do you guys lean into moments like that when there's obviously a ton of kids in the room? But beyond that, it seemed like there was a levity to the team, even though y'all were coming off of a loss. And how did having fun contribute to bouncing back today?
This is a business, right? And now it's a totally different business, and the pressure that all of our kids are under and everyone's under. It's real. Like it's not, things have changed, and it's a lot on these guys. And I'm always constantly talking to them about having fun. It's still a game. Like at the end of the day, like get that. You should have a joy and a love and a passion to play this game. And if you can't get up to play in front of almost 15,000 people on your home court, then you shouldn't be playing college basketball. So I thought our kids were really excited about it. I thought they came out and used that energy to fuel us. But it is so important. And literally, usually when we break every huddle before we start a game, the last thing I say to my team is have fun. Like you can't lose that in all of this. And it's a game, and get back to the joy you had playing as a little kid and playing for, just the love of it. So we want to remember that always. And there's a lot on them, but have fun playing it.